Alright guys, today we're doing a quick little Insta360 1RS 1-inch 360 edition camera. Lycra, the lens company, and Insta360 have had a baby, and this is it, right? So we're going to be doing a live website situation on this camera, showing you the information, the photos and the videos regarding this. Now, no, disclaimer, Insta360 haven't supported me financially or with a camera regarding this review. Maybe someday they will, but they haven't at the moment. Which is a good thing in my opinion, because unlike other YouTubers that you may have seen showing this new camera around, I will be giving you an unbiased opinion. They're not paying me, okay? I can say whatever the hell I want. In fact, I'm just gonna say it right now. This camera could have been perfect. It could have been perfect, but they honestly, in my own opinion, they've let down me personally a little bit regarding this camera. It's sad but true, but I will say I was definitely someone who was into a Insta360 camera, hopefully one day being a 1-inch sensor, because I literally messaged them just that 3 years ago, 2019. Let me show you guys right now, right? This is this one right here. So this is me messaging them 12th of June, 2019. Hey, Insta360, I know you probably can't confirm anything, but I'm really hoping you guys bring out a 1x2 with a 1-inch sensor. This was before the 1x2 came out, right? We need that low light ability with your amazing flow state stabilization. They responded to me the day later. They said, many thanks for your kind feedback. I will forward it to our R&D team to evaluate it. There are definitely a lot of things that we need to do to perfect our product, both on software and hardware. Feedback from you guys is really important to us. Many thanks. So look, I like to think that I had a bit of a situation in this camera coming to be, because yeah, I asked for them to do it 3 years ago, okay? Now, because we don't have this camera in the studio, I will be comparing a little bit to this one right here, which is the Insta360 1R, not the 1RS, but the 1R. This was the very first modular 360 camera, and that's it right there. But I have the in here, just quickly showing you guys. In here is the actual 360 lens that I would put on my modular camera. I've used this many, many times. Awesome little camera. So yes, I definitely have, what's the word? I have advice and I have knowledge regarding 360 a little bit. So going down this webpage with an unbiased review, let's scroll down. That was a pretty cool little animation. Let's go back to that again. Ooh, pretty. The ultimate creative tool, so their website says. All right. Unbeatable 360-degree image quality in a compact device that's ready to go anywhere with an interchangeable lens design. It's ultra versatile and upgradable too. Continuing going down with the website. Co-engineered with Lycra, partnering exclusively with Insta360, Lycra brings its legendary expertise in optical design and state-of-the-art imaging to 360 cameras. So that's kind of cool that Lycra is involved. Now these two things up and down are basically the 1-inch sensors. This is cool. This is what I've been wanting for 3 years. Dual 1-inch sensors. The first 360 camera from Insta360 with not one, not three, but two 1-inch CMOS sensors delivering unparalleled, paralleled? I can't even say it. Image quality with outstanding dynamic range. So look, I have this camera, this one right here, and it's a great little camera for daytime, but you're not going to use it for dusk or early morning or nighttime. You're just not. The amount of noise for this camera, digital noise, nighttime pixelization, it's just terrible. Great for daytime, terrible for nighttime. So this camera, this new camera that we're reviewing right now, is you would really buy this camera if you wanted amazing low light capabilities, right? I'm a little upset that they didn't do something. I'm going to get to it in a second. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, okay? We're getting to it almost right now, pretty much right now. Stunning 6K 360-degree capture. Image quality that blows other compact 360 cameras out of the water. Share in immersive 360 degrees or reframe as a traditional flat video or so for social media. It's only 6K. There are other 360 cameras out there that have been out there for about 2 years now that are doing 8K. 8K. This one right here, let me show you guys right now. Hoping this little camera will focus, but this does 5.7. Can you guys see? 5.7K. All right. Waterproof. This one's waterproof as well. This new camera isn't. It's water resistant. So we're only getting 0.3 of a K, if my math is correct, difference from this old camera to this camera. Honestly, a bit of a shame in my opinion. But there you go. I think 8K has definitely got to be the future for 360 cameras. I think anything below 8K will be looked at as a bit of a demo or a bit of a toy in the future. In the future, as we look back at these cameras, you know, 10 years, 20 years, anything below 8K is basically a bit of a toy. But we are living in the time period that we're living in, and 6K is still pretty good. But they could have done, like I said, 8K. A bit of a shame. So there we go. Going down the website a bit more. 21 megapixel camera, 21 megapixel 360 photos, I should say. Capture the world around you in sharp definition with seamlessly stitched 21 megapixel 360 stills. 21 megapixel is pretty good. Honestly, it's pretty good. This one I think did 17. I think. I'm not 100% sure. But there's one thing I wanted to say. And it's pretty much this, if I can think of it. You know, it says they're seamlessly stitched. That's the key word they say. 360 cameras back in the day, terrible, terrible compared to what we have now, and obviously compared to what will come in the future. Terrible. You had to stitch these videos and photos. Maybe not photos, I'm not sure. It could have been photos. Yes, I think it was photos as well. You had to stitch them together in your computer. And it was terribly slow. We're talking about terribly slow. If you were using GoPro's first ever GoPro Fusion, is it the Fusion or the GoPro Max? I don't know. The very first GoPro that came out, right? I'm pretty sure it was the Fusion. Okay. When that one first came out, you had to edit the videos and the photos in the computer, and I actually used it. I went to a camera shop in Sydney and I rented it out for 2 days, and I used it in Vivid. And yeah, terrible for low light, like as you can imagine, right? But there was not a happy experience on my computer with the videos. Let me tell you, it took ages, and even my computer crashed a bit. So thank goodness that, you know, seamlessly stitching is now a thing, right? Going away from that, so that, you know, low light. This is the main reason you're getting this new camera, right? The low light capabilities truly blow out any of the other 360 cameras that have come and gone, including from Insta360, right? Dual 1-inch sensors reveal details in the shadows like no 360 camera seen before. Flow state stabilization. So on the left is no stabilization, and on the right is the flow state. Obviously, if you're into 360 cameras or GoPros, the flow state or steady shots or whatever, it's been around for a while now. It's only been getting better and better. So it's cool that they're updating this as newer generations come, right? 6-axis stabilization and a proprietary image stabilization algorithm come together to deliver smooth videos. I kind of like how her hair moves when she's driving the car like that. Just a thought. Just another thought. If she was in a specific Muslim country, she wouldn't be able to drive. Just think about that. Terrible. Moving on. Don't be political, Gareth. Don't be political. 360-degree horizon lock. So if you got a motorcycle or something like that, you can get basically steady shot, not like that, which is awesome. Okay. No gimbal, no problem. No matter what angle your camera's at, the horizon will always be level without any image cropping, thanks to 360 horizon lock. Kind of cool. It's a cool little transition though. Let's go back to that. How cool is that? So that's the guy on the motorbike. Impossible third-person views. Guarantees to blow minds using the invisible selfie stick to record amazing shots that look like they were filmed with a drone. Obviously, this has been around for a long time now with 360 cameras. This is the invisible selfie stick. I mean, you can use any selfie stick within reason. Okay, it's because the camera lenses are like one there and the other one there, and it's just everything else around it you just can't see, right? So it looks when I first saw those images coming out years ago, I was like, wow, as most of us were. But you know, this is commonplace now. It's not a selling point. It's just it's a thing that has to be there. Okay. AI powered imaging. So I'm not going to read into that, I don't think, but if you guys want to read those things, please do. HDR is always good for taking photos. Quick menu. So that's that, if you guys want to read that. Water resistant. So yeah, water resistant. Why did they go backwards? Like this camera, which is 3 generations ago now, kind of thing. This camera right here was waterproof. Waterproof up to 5 meters. And this new camera, the 1-inch sensors one, right, is water resistant. So you could have went swimming with this one and it would have been fine. This new camera though, oh God no, you're not going to want to go swimming with it. So it makes you wonder why they reverted regarding that. I'm not too sure, but there you go, right? Long life battery. If you guys want to read that, then please do. Quick reader. So this is interesting, right? Speed up your mobile editing workflow with the quick reader. Plug it into your camera to save files directly onto its SD card, then transfer them to your phone in lightning quick time. Speaking of lightning quick time, the newer iPhone that will be coming out in September 2022 may not actually have a lightning adapter anymore. It may have no plug whatsoever. That'll be interesting if that comes to fruition. What will happen with this technology then? But yes, currently, as I'm speaking right now, this technology allows you to get files on your phone a lot quicker than Wi-Fi. Editing in your pocket. So the Insta360 app is obviously what you're going to be using, and I've used it many times with this camera. Great app. The software honestly just keeps getting better and better. They keep updating it and making it better. Insta360 are pretty famous when it comes to updating the software. Awesome. You can't absolutely go wrong with that whatsoever. They update it all the time. So there you go. That's just showing you a bit of a demonstration on how that works. Going down. So more ways to reframe. So you can do keyframes. And you've already shot your video, and afterwards you're just basically wanting to aim the camera wherever you want. You can even do it with your phone like this. You can even push record after you've already recorded it, of course. You can push record on the app and do this to see where you want to look within the 360 video or photo, right? Awesome. Kind of awesome, actually. So there's that. Let's quickly go to that one. And that one as well. Now, Deep Track 2.0. I remember when DJI drones started doing that kind of thing, right? They would track your body, and other technologies like that would track your body, right? You know, smart cameras and security cameras that would do that kind of thing. Terrible. They would constantly keep forgetting where you are. Like if you moved really quickly out of the shot, it would pretty much not recognize where you've gone. So obviously this technology is getting better and better, and you know, that's always a good thing. So congrats for that. Awesome. Going down a bit more, Insta360 Shot Lab. Now, as cool as that looks, that's actually daytime, I'm pretty sure, but they've added some sort of fake star map all around that, so it's kind of cheap. You can even see the blotchiness around the buildings. Going back to that one more time. So I personally wouldn't use that feature. It's fake stars, not the best, right? But I'm really into hyperlapses and time lapses, and that's a bit too dizziness for me situation, but you can get some really nice hyperlapses and stuff like that. You know, star lapse. So yeah, this is really why you're getting this camera, right? For the amazing low light capabilities, for having lack of noise, no digital pixelization in the shot, or as least amount as possible kind of thing, especially compared to this camera right here. There you go, right? Master your edits. Insta360 app is packed with features, as we all know, kind of thing. Awesome. If you guys want to read that, then please do. But yeah, because I am a travel vlogger, you know, like we said, you may have seen me on this channel, Channel 1, where I do films around the world. But of course, we also are on that one. Channel 2. On Channel 1, I've been making travel films around the world now for maybe 8 years. There's a moth in my studio. Being able to have some really, really sick B-roll in between a talking shot, like here I am at San Francisco, and then B-roll, time lapse. And then after 5-10 seconds, here we are at another location. Here we are right now, kind of thing, right? changing these visuals to the beat of the music for a really professional looking vlog, or if you have a production company like Australia's Getaway TV show where they travel the world and show you where to go and all that kind of stuff. This kind of technology, for me personally, is awesome. I really, really like hyperlapses and time lapses, so I have used a hyperlapse feature on this camera in the past. Awesome little thing. Insta360 Studio. I personally have never used a Studio. I've only personally ever used the app on my phone to do edits, so I don't know much about it. I couldn't tell you on that one. I'm sorry about that. Share your perspective. Live streaming apparently is a thing that you can do with 360 cameras now, which is interesting. And webcam. I personally wouldn't use a 360 camera as a webcam, but there you go. Bring out the details. So this is pretty much a summarization of what the thing can do, right? 6K, like we said, it could be 8K, but there you go. 21 megapixels, dual 1-inch, superb low light. So look, the reason you're getting this camera, if you're getting it, is because of the 1-inch sensors for really low light capabilities, which is awesome, okay? Now I will say another problem is that this new camera isn't able to do slow motion. I don't know how they've stuffed this up, in my opinion. Like I said, they're not paying me, so I'm telling you something truthful. It would have been the perfect camera had they allowed slow motion capabilities in this camera. This camera from generations ago had the capability to do slow motion. All right, this one right here. Is it going to focus? Gosh, I hope so. There we go. Is it focusing? Okay. Slow motion. Where does it say that? Here we go. This has the capability to do 8 times slow motion or 4 times slow motion for 360. So basically for the 360 aspect of this camera, 4 times slow motion. This new camera, like I said, can't do that. So I'm not too sure why they've let the ball down regarding that, but there you go. That's some of the quick things you can get as an accessory, right? Now, look, I will just quickly say from this website, this is website Digital Camera World, the best 360 cameras in 2022. Quick little look, right? Quick little look. So obviously one of the best is the Insta360 One X2. As we know, Insta360 have that amazing camera. The Ryko Theta X, interesting camera, good camera. But a lot of these other camera companies, as good as they may be with 360, the software is not as good, in my opinion, than Insta360. They seem to have the better software, in my opinion, right? Obviously, the Insta360 One RS, which is a generation higher than my one right here, which is just the 1R. Awesome little camera. Going back to that one. I'm not too sure about this brand, but there's that one as well. That's also 8K. So look, there you go. There are 360 cameras that have been doing 8K now for some time, right? Of course, there's this one as well, the Kukan 8K, and that's been around now for a couple of years, honestly. A couple of years this camera's been around, and they're able to do 8K. But once again, the software side of things with these other camera companies isn't as on point as Insta360, right? So there's another one, Insta360 One X2. They're kind of showing us that again for some reason. And there's that one. So yeah, the only 360 cameras I've ever used are Insta360 and GoPro with their Fusion. The GoPro Fusion and the GoPro Max, right? The first and the second generation kind of thing, right? I really am looking forward to see what GoPro does with their newer 360 camera, the third generation. It obviously hasn't come out yet, but when it does come out, we will be doing a review on that and seeing the differences between, you know, Insta360s, these ones, and of course the new 1-inch sensor. So guys, I hope you liked the review, even though we didn't have one in our hands. But yeah, I was being completely brutally honest. 6K could have been 8. I think at some point we will look back in time, we will look back and say, look, you know, if it's 8K or below, anything below 8K is basically a child's toy or a demo. Okay, 8K is definitely going to be the future of 360 cameras, including, you know, 12K. We're definitely not in the right frame of mind, or we haven't quite got the technology to deal with 12K on our phones or computers at this point in time. But that will definitely be a thing. So 6K could have been 8. and it also could have had slow motion, but there you go. What do you guys reckon? Hope you guys like the review. We're on 2 different channels, as you guys know, 2 and 1. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, at Tallboy Gareth. Like and subscribe. Insta360 next time. Supply us one. Okay? Do your thing, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.